Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas and
Namaskar.
welcome to this special edition of Padma Shri, this week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh. Welcome, Dr. Sahab. Namaste.
Thank you. Welcome.
Um, while we are happy that now we are almost near the fag end of 2020, but among some of the news items that has come our way, one has come from UK. And many people are concerned about is it a new kind of virus? What can you tell us about this new development from UK?
Well, all the viruses does mutate. We know by experience that even flu virus mutates every year. So it's not unusual to have a mutation in the COVID virus. Only thing we have to find out that whether this mutation makes any a whole disease or virus more or infectivity is more serious or not, or much more than degree of the severity is more than that will the time will tell us. But I think it is concerned, and hopefully this all this vaccine usually works for the virus, COVID virus itself, as well as any some mutation. Even if it happens, it will be effective.
So that's a good angle to know about. But what we have heard from Indian news media in particular is that this mutated virus is 70% more effective in spreading. Anything that you can say about that? Which
Yes, that's what I heard that news item too, but we do not know yet because probably not only in the United Kingdom, but its mutation is happening for last couple of weeks. So I'm sure there are some cases in New York or in USA, because there are 6 flights comes every day to from United Kingdom to USA, and there are a lot of people come here. So I'm sure, as according to Dr. Fauci, is already this virus might be here, and we don't know yet. And yes, it is so it supposed to be. What the report says, that it is more deadlier and more infective than the Corona-19 virus.
so we are moving towards 2021 on that note. But then vaccine is here. That is
The
a
vaccine
source
is
of.
here, so I think that will break the whole thing, and obviously the behavior of the people will help.
And while many celebrities are encouraging and many doctors are also encouraging people to get vaccinated, but we have heard certain news items from Chicago in particular where some frontline workers showed side effects of the vaccine. Um, and it takes some time in actually making sure that your body has responded positively to it, maybe 3 weeks or something.
Yeah,
Anything on that?
it takes after second injection another 2 weeks, so total about 5 weeks from the first injection it takes to develop the antibodies and protection. And the reaction, allergic reaction, can happen theoretically. And they say that people who had a vaccine before and had a reaction for any kind of vaccine should be a little more cautious about getting this COVID-19 vaccine, because it can lead to serious reaction. But mild reaction like a high fever, body ache, flu-like symptoms after vaccine is very common both in Pfizer vaccine as well as in Moderna vaccine.
And as COVID 19 has made a lot of difficulties a part of many people's lives, that includes economic hardships. And once UK's flights are not running for good reasons, that would also result into some additional burden on the part of different segments, and many entrepreneurs would feel that pinch. Um, how do you see people coping up with this new financial burden, and in terms of the new 900 billion COVID stimulus package that is passed, what are the main features that you feel are going to bring some positive impact?
No, definitely, because this pandemic is going on for last 8 9 months now, and it definitely affected a lot of businesses, including small businesses, and therefore this kind of help, financial help from the government, is very essential. And not only that, but in this new bill, there is also help to each and every citizen, and there is an increase in the unemployment benefits too, and all those things definitely will make people's life less painful.
And among some of the critical comments which one has seen in newspapers from people, this package also includes some aid for Pakistan, $25 million for gender studies and to promote democracy. And people feel that this is not the right time, and we are suffering as a nation financially. Why should we consider this? Your comments.
Well, I mean, obviously we don't like it, but that's how democracy works. Whenever any big bill pass through, always there are some vested interest congressmen and senators. They try to put their pet subject or project into this kind of bill, so that's the part of the democracy we pay the price for.
And talk talking about the price of democracy, and we have heard many times President Trump and his team mentioning that there was voters fraud, but now finally uh, the transition team started working with Trump administration, and moving forward on 20th January, do you see there is going to be a smooth oath ceremony with next president?
Yeah, I think so. I'm very optimistic that there will be a smooth transition, and President-elect Biden will be next president of the USA, and there should not be any. I don't foresee any problem. But again, you never say never for anything, and and always something can pop up unexpectedly, which is out of our control. But I think 99.9% there will be a smooth transition, and next president will be Joe Biden.
So now, moving towards a new world with 2021 coming, uh, in India also, the farmers' agitation continues to block many roads, and in spite of many discussions, there is no specific headway. On that front, based on the recent developments that has taken place, your general thoughts in terms of how government is handling it.
Well, I think again, government is trying their best to educate the farmers, educate the public about the benefits of this new reform bill. But again, looks like there is some wrinkles there, or there is some misunderstanding there, or there is some unexplainable thing. What government is saying, farmers is not believing it. So I think it needs more dialogue, more discussion, and to resolve this problem. And I'm sure it will resolve, but hopefully should resolve sooner than later.
And at this point, many people start considering what would be their New Year resolutions. We will talk a little bit about that, but before that, this year, 25th December, Christmas also happens to be another important festival from Indian culture's point of view, that it is Gita Jayanti. But in general, having been in America for so many decades, what has been your special memory of Christmas, the way you celebrated or observed?
Well, I mean, we always when we are young, we are always Christmas was a very colorful festival. Always we enjoyed it because always we used to get a couple of weeks of vacation that time, and a lot of sweets and a lot of toys and a lot of festivity. And I'm sure this year the Christmas is little subdued, but because of the COVID. But I'm sure it will back to normal Christmas next year.
And now Christmas and Santa Claus are so much intertwined. So if you were in a position to have some secret communication with Santa for a special gift for you, what would that gift be?
Well, I would say that please end this pandemic sooner than later, and that way we all can go back to our normal life and enjoy ourselves.
So probably this is beyond Santa. Santa, he brings the packed gifts, but I think that that's a very wise expectation. And now, do you have any ritual of making some New Year resolutions and sort of follow through them?
Well, I mean, one always should make some new resolution. Whether you can keep it up or not, that's a different story. But and most of the people, as you know, that they always like to be healthy, lose some weight, be nice to other people. But again, I mean, majority of the people cannot stick to that, and resolution doesn't work. So you have to keep repeating renewing your resolution, probably not once a year, but every 3 months. Then it will work.
I think that's a very wise suggestion. And as we conclude today's conversation, habit plays an important role in making who we are. And you have some good habits which keeps you happy, healthy, and a sense of harmony stays in life. Talk to us about any conscious effort on your part ever where you felt that this habit I need to cultivate and develop, and maybe you did something which helped you make that a part of you.
Well, I mean, I always believe, or I'll always consciously make sure that I always behave or always respect other people equally. Unless you do that, you cannot be get respected by others, and you cannot be successful. Even if you are owner of the big entrepreneur business or whatever, unless you treat everyone as a equal with the respect, not as a employer employee relation, then probably your business runs without any stress or any strain. And that's what I found in my 50 years of private business, that always respect all. Doesn't matter how small in the totem pole is person, always wish and say hello to everyone. You don't have to wait because you are the boss. You should not wait till other person tells you hello. And I think that makes big difference, because the other person, those who is not, who is at the lower entry level or at lower level of the your employment, when you call him and say hello, he feels so good, rather than when he tells you good morning and you answer that, because that's a fact. And if you can cultivate that without getting your ego or whatever you call it in the middle, I think everybody, you will see that people will love you.
So I love what you said, and being respectful is an important trait. Taking that mantra with us as we conclude today's conversation, Dr. Parikh, your parting words, including your greetings for holidays and upcoming Christmas for our viewers.
Dear friends, Happy holidays, happy Christmas, and happy New Year to everyone. And I would I would really request each and everyone to get the COVID vaccine. It's very important. Whenever you get a chance to get one, do not hesitate to get the COVID vaccine because of some kind of so-called side effect and all those things. Because it is very imperative to avoid the fatalities by getting the COVID vaccine. So please get the COVID vaccine, continue wearing mask in the public, uh, continue personal hygiene, and keep the distance and enjoy the new year. God bless America. God bless India. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.